Anthony Davis, shout out to you for staying tough, for staying in the game. I saw that it was a little bit of a growing pool to a certain degree. Round about the third quarter, you were a little ginger, but to come out and what did he do? 40 and 20? You know what I mean? In a big game like this, that says something. That says something about you trying to respond to the fact. Now I get it, LeBron. I think it was a unanimous vote for him being the MVP, and I think people tried to make a case for AD because of the last game and the championship game that they had. But I also think that has a lot to do with what you said, Ray, earlier, lack of understanding in terms of the in-season tournament as a whole. But when you really look at the in-season tournament as a whole, there's some things that LeBron just did the entire time, not to mention the Lakers. They won every game by double figures in the in-season tournament play, with the exception of the Phoenix Suns. They won that game by 3. But I just love the way Anthony Davis kind of approached that game. And I think that in him doing it that way, that gives us cause to pause where we have to say, wait a minute, Anthony Davis is something to be reckoned with when the game counts. I think he's back to bubble Anthony Davis to a certain degree if he can keep this up and he can stay healthy, because he didn't just do this on a marginal inside threat type team. I mean, he did that against a Miles Turner, and Miles Turner is a rim protector at the highest order. I mean, we would agree that, he's not like a Mutombo, but he's definitely a rim protector. So he didn't do this in a situation.
Can't guard no AD though.
You see what I'm saying? But this is the thing, because we do recognize Miles Turner as a defender to a certain degree, that puts more onus on the fact that AD, he did it in a game that was meaningful. He did it in a game where there was an opposing defender that's a threat. And he did it in a way where finally we got to see what LeBron would look like when AD is able to carry the bulk of the load. I just wanted to make sure we highlighted that.
I'm going to be honest with you. Then I'm going to say this, and people may not agree or they may disagree. I feel like, with the exception of probably Giannis, ain't nobody that can really guard AD when AD want to play.
Yeah.
I would say that Giannis, I would probably say that him and Giannis, okay, cool. That might be a good matchup. But other than that, the other guys are either too slow or too small for AD when AD makes up his mind that he wants to score. I don't think he's soft like most people think he is either. I think he's clumsy.
Yeah.
I think he's very unfortunate. Most of his injuries, if you look, either non-contact injuries or him landing on somebody's foot or there's something weird. Like, I think he had an injury when him and LeBron ran into each other. I think LeBron went up for something and he need Anthony Davis. This is like, that's just unfortunate. You see him come down on somebody's foot. How many times he been poked in the eye and had like his orbital bone or whatever bruised up or his nose messed up, right? You know what I mean? Like, you just look at the little ticky-tack stuff, the ribs, him getting the elbow in the ribs or hitting the ribs, and then he has a fractured rib. It's like, I can't really say he's soft. Like, I never really seen a situation where, like, dang, he should be playing right now. You know what I mean? But he's not. Go ahead.
What's crazy is the kind of the flack he catch, right? When he has a big game and people go, that's what he's supposed to be doing every night. AD is capable of this. And like a guy like Shaq could get on TV and talk about, you got to dominate and do this, that, right? Since the merger, post-merger, AD had 40 and 20 the other night. Who got more 40-20 games than AD since the merger?
What, Shaq?
No, they got the same amount. And AD's still playing. And that's including the fact that the one he had last night didn't count, right? Shaq got the same amount of 40-20 games as AD. Only person with more is Moses Malone. Like, people be acting like this dude don't really go out there and be hooping. You're like, if Shaq got the same number 40-20 games. He did it with 5 assists and 5 blocks too, like that. Like, yeah, I think
he's a baller. I think he's a baller, but I do know that, like, to Tyrus's point, he's been a little clumsy. And I also believe that, like, games like when he's played against Embiid, I don't know if his back got tight, his palms got sweaty, but he didn't really show up. Like, I think they talked about in the second half against Embiid, he shot 5 or 6 times. And I'm at a point in my life when I'm watching AD and the Lakers and I know how dominant they used to be. I don't care if you're on or not on. As the best prescribed player on this team, I need you in the game. I need you shooting for your next shot. I need you shooting. I need you being aggressive regardless. You got to do it. You got to go right at Embiid.
In what world is Anthony Davis the best player on the Lakers right now?
He's not. I think that he could be if he gave the level of. Let me tell you this. Okay,
he's supposed to be.
He's supposed to be. And let me say,
based on hold on real quick. Based on what?
Based on youth, based on functionality, based on the type of basketball that's being played right now. Think about it. It's not a big man's league. So in the majority of the games he's playing again, he's playing against guys that are 6'10", 6'9", somewhere about in that area. He's only got a handful of 7-footers that he's got to go against every night. Ain't that many.
First off,
not that are bona fide ballers. Come on, man.
Right. Yeah, but let's start off with the fact that that's overblown when we go, it's not that many 7-footers. Just about every team we go against gonna have a 7-footer, right?
But some of them dudes ain't no.
That's what I'm saying. Some of them dudes they ain't balling like that.
But by that logic, when you're a great player, when you're a superstar, right? 80% of the time, whoever lining up against you ain't on your level. When you're that great, right? I can say the same thing about LeBron James. Yeah, one night is gonna be Tatum, one night is gonna be Kawhi and PG. The rest of the nights, who on Dallas is supposed to match up with LeBron?
So that's my point. You're making my point.
No, I'm not. I'm disagreeing with your point.
Based on the way I see it.
That's the point. Because when he played Dallas, he played against Maxi Kleber, man.
So he should be dominating. He's supposed to cook him. Thank you.
No. I'm disagreeing with y'all point that AD should be the best player. Based on what? We did a segment last week and we talked about the fact that LeBron James clearly still has it, right? LeBron James at worst is top 2 all time. Unless you're talking to those foolish LeBron James haters. He's top 2 all time. It's him and his Mike. The only other person to me in there, like far as all-time greatness, is them two and Kareem, right? They're in the tier by themselves. LeBron James, since his rookie year, has been the best player on this team. And he's on every team. He's still playing at this unbelievably high level. So people go, because he's in year 21, because he's 39, AD should be the best player. Wow. If LeBron James clearly still has it, and he's clearly going out there doing it every night, to the tune of 25, 8, and 7 on 56% shooting, why should we just automatically say that because he's younger, AD should be the best player? If LeBron's still doing it at this high level, he's LeBron James. Like, he's supposed to dumb down his game just because he's older. When you're that great, you can't turn it off. You can't just be like, I'm not going to play as great as I should because I'm older and I shouldn't.
That ain't what we're talking about. I understand.
Why should AD be the best player then?
Because I believe that if he was the best player, I think that would put length on LeBron's career.
But we're putting a caveat on it. You said AD should be the best player, right?
He should.
Based on what? He ain't never been better than LeBron.
Based on the fact of motor, based on the fact of I'm transferring the torch to you. I'm not saying that, but because AD would be the better player, it wouldn't even be better player by skill set. It would be better player by usage rate. I'm not saying skill for skill, pound for pound. I'm saying by virtue of usage, AD should be the number one option. That's all I'm saying.
So what we're saying is because LeBron James is older, he should dumb his game down. And
he should be able to defer. Hear my words. He should be able to defer, not dumb it down. He should be able to defer. That's not dumbing it down.
It is. If he's capable of doing what he's doing, you're saying we don't want you to do that. Defer to him. We know you can still do 5, 8, and 6. Just don't.
So they didn't say early in the season that they were trying to put him on a minutes restriction.
Forget they, right? And that lasted a game, Ty. It lasted one game.
That's still what they wanted to do.
Again, that's the masters. That's people going, he's older. We want to try and preserve his body. And what happened? You realize, well, he's still capable and we need him out there. Did you hear the numbers during the championship game? What they said? The Lakers plus minus is with LeBron? Like plus 170 or something with him on the court and minus 114 with him off. He's still LeBron James.
And that's my point exactly. It should not be that way.
It's a bad point.
It should not be that way.
Why shouldn't it be? If he's still that great, that means
we're not talking about how great he is. LeBron is great. I have him. Look, you got him at number 2. I think personally, I told you before.
I said at worst, he's at top 2.
I've told you before on the record that I have no problem saying LeBron is number 1, and that's a whole nother conversation for another day. I'm not saying that LeBron is not the best. I'm saying that AD, by virtue of usage, should be the best. Not that he's not the best.
Right. I totally agree with that sentiment, right? Because what you're saying is we know we clearly see that LeBron is capable of doing it, right?
Thank you, LeBron.
Right. He's doing it. So what we're saying is, we know we're seeing it. You're capable, but you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't be as great as you could be because you're old and you should be passing the torch to AD. Even though you're still capable, don't go out and score 26 a night.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
That's exactly what you're saying.
I'm saying that if AD gave me the effort that he gave me in the in-season tournament championship game, the Lakers are going to finish as the number 1 seed if they did that. But AD isn't capable of doing that, but he should be because he has the motor, he has the size, he has the advantage in terms of position. And at the end of the day, he's a 6'10", 6'11" center/power forward that has the handles of a guard because he used to play guard when he was in school, going against these guys that don't, that don't function at his level. Even like you said, okay, you got LeBron who will go against a Kawhi, a PG, a Tatum every now and again. What I'm saying is that AD has the youth and the bounce and the versatility. He should have that to where he should be able to do it on a night-to-night basis. And if you want to sit here and act like LeBron can play at the level he's playing at every single night, even if he played all 82, and I know he takes his foot off the gas. You know that. He knows how to manage when he's on the floor. He takes plays off on defense. Stop playing with me. He does that. And I still think LeBron is great. And he does it because he picks his spots. He's the mastermind behind doing that. I love LeBron for that. And what I'm saying is that AD should have the endurance, the versatility, and the ability to do it every trip down the floor. It shouldn't be a trip down the floor where AD don't touch the ball in the post. He should be kicking that thing out to LeBron. LeBron either banging it at the rim on a cut or shooting a deep ball for the 3 because we know he got a 3 ball now. That's all I'm saying.
So do you want the Lakers to be successful, or you just want to just say let AD?
They should be able to go through AD and they be still just as successful. He just dropped 40 and 20.
Somebody, please,
it wasn't a fluke.
Somebody give me one example. Give me one example in LeBron's career where he wasn't the best player on the team and it worked.
I can't
you
think
just always said he's always been the best player.
That's my did you see what happened when he went to Miami? There was a case to be made.
Are you not understanding what I'm trying to tell you? That he is the best player on the team, but by virtue of usage, he shouldn't be. He shouldn't be the best player because they should go through AD more.
Right. And I'm disagreeing. Like you keep saying it like you're changing, like you're rewording it to say the same thing, and I just disagree. You're saying that LeBron shouldn't be as great as he can be just to satisfy some minuscule.
That's not what I said. Move to the next point, because that's not what I said. Move to the next one. That's not what I said. That's not what I said. It's egregious.
We should go through AD. Since when has that been the formula for LeBron teams to have success?
Have you played high school basketball? Have you played high school basketball?
Or is that what we're doing?
I'm going Skip Bayless. I just want to know, have you played ball?
We're questioning the validity.
My question to you is, have you played ball at an academic level? That's my question.
No, never played.
Okay. All I'm saying is, what academic level of basketball have you played in where they didn't go inside first? I'm just asking. If you have a big man on your team, you tell me what academic level of basketball you've played on where we didn't feed the post first. Ty, tell me I'm wrong.
So what you're doing now, exactly what I said earlier, you're going to be the old get off my lawn guy. Basketball ain't that no more. The Golden State Warriors changed basketball.
This is not the Warriors. They don't even shoot.
Tell me the last.
Never mind, Ty.
Tell me.
Go ahead, Ty. Right? Go ahead.
So we just watched the entire decade. The whole 2010 where perimeter guys dominated the league.
You are comparing what I just gave you as an analogy to the Golden State Warriors. We ain't talking about that.
Big man.
When the last time Golden State had a big man?
Real quick. Hey, Tyree, the team that won last year had a big man, right? And how does he play?
Who, Wiseman?
He do everything.
No.
He talking about Jokic.
Just won last year where the big man was the best player on the team.
Oh, okay, Jokic. Oh, you talking about Denver.
He
okay.
bring the ball down the floor.
Yeah, but I tell you how he was killing.
But he still plays 1-4 high.
He's a point center. He's a point center.
He still do it in the post though, right?
Come on, man. He's still free throw line are extended, man.
We just saying anything now.
That's how he was doing.
No, I'm not. I'm telling you right now.
Coming down, dumping it in the pool.
That's crap.
No team is having success doing that. Nobody.
That's crap.
Jokic scores in the post, man. So I don't know what you're talking about, right?
And passes out of the post. He's the best high post passer in the league. Is he not, Ty? Come on, Ty.
They running through there though.
They running it through there. How they running it through there when Jokic bringing the ball up the floor? Jokic standing there.
Bringing it up all the time.
He's bringing it up the floor, putting them in pick and roll, giving them a dribble handoff to Jamal Murray, and then they get into their offense. Stop playing like he's setting up the offense, talking about some Carolina. He ain't doing that. Stop it. Stop it, man. You ain't making no sense.
That's wild. I guess just to make for good TV, just to argue with Ray to say he's not making it. Because that's crazy.
Now we're talking about good TV. All right, man.
That's crazy.
What's the next one, Ty? What's the next one, Ty? No, we still talking about in-season tournament, right? What you got on that still? Come on, what's up? What's up, Ty?
Already, we over the in-season tournament. We on AD to be the best player just because he's younger, I guess. I don't know. LeBron is going to be great.
It's not what I said.
Public service announcement. Dear LeBron James, I know you're great. We know you can keep giving us 26, 8, and 6. But you're old. So AD should be the best player.
You act like he's going to be able to do that forever, though, right? He's not going to be able to do it forever, bro.
He's doing it right now.
At some point, you got to have a contingency plan. What's a contingency plan?
Bro, listen, what do you mean have it? Like, this is sports, man.
And you was in the military, so I know you had a contingency plan.
No, Tyree, this is sports, bro. Like, this is sports. Windows are small. Windows are very small, right? We were talking about this on last show. We was just talking about should we break up the Golden State Warriors, and they just won a championship. That's how fast it can change. It can change from you being in NBA Finals a couple of years ago, like Milwaukee, and then you don't get back. You ever hear players always talking about when they lost a big game, they always thought we'd be right back. Dwight Howard thought he was going to get back after 2010. OKC thought they was going to get back after 2012. Dallas thought they was going to get back after 2011. Yeah, but now you're going to do the whole like make a joke about it thing. But I'm just saying that in sports, people always think we're going to be right back. And it doesn't work that way. Forget a contingency plan. You have what you have right now. What Toronto did since they won. What Milwaukee did since they won. What Golden State did since they
best
won.
Player left.
Yeah, bro, like, okay, so
Toronto, I mean, that's what happened.
All right, out of the 3 teams I named, you gave me one. Giannis still in Milwaukee, Steph Curry still in Golden State, and them teams, they did nothing. Phoenix ain't been back to the finals, and they added KD. Windows are very small, right? So, like, you talking about a contingency plan. We all know LeBron 39. Ain't no contingency plan. You running that till the wheels fall off, bro. You run that till the wheels fall off. And if he's going to play at this high of a level, everybody's saying AD should be the best. He's just not better than LeBron James. Like, it just is what it is. So to ask a player to not be as great just for the sake of he's younger than you, let's run it.
I'm not asking him to not let LeBron be great. I'm saying AD, give me more because you can do it. Give him the pep talk that he deserves. Give him whatever incentive you got to give him. AD, you can do it. The pat on the back that he needs to get his motor going because he clearly can do it. And all I'm saying is 40 and 20 in a championship game shows me that he can perform on the big stage. If he gave me that, I ain't even telling LeBron because correct me if I'm wrong. How many points did LeBron have last night? How many points he have last night?
I think he had 30.
He had, okay, so did I say LeBron don't score at all? No, LeBron keep being you, but AD become the you that you need to become so that Lakers can go to the next level. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I didn't tell LeBron to dumb it down. LeBron didn't dumb it down last night.
I just want to know where y'all want.
Bro, he had 24 and 11. My fault.
I know.
Thank you, LeBron.
A dude averaging 23 with 13 rebounds and 3 blocks on 53%. Y'all like he's not doing it.
I want you to show up all 4 quarters.
Those the same numbers Shaq put up when y'all say he got robbed for MVP.
Those are great numbers, but we also know that AD can put together a first half and go dark in the second half. We know that. I'm saying put it together for 4 quarters. And if you're not putting the ball in the hole, I get that because sometimes you're going to be off. But continue to be the AD that we need you to be, that asserts your authority, that says win, lose, or draw. This is the thing. He needs to get to the point that we win through me, we lose through me, at least as a mindset. Because if he has it as a mindset, I believe when you got 2 guys, 2 dogs like that, that means losing, the margin of losing now, the option for losing becomes less. That's what I'm getting at. I'm not telling you LeBron to dumb it down. I'm not saying LeBron don't go get your 30, but I'm telling you that with LeBron going to get 30, AD can still give me 40 and 20. They proved it last night. That's all I'm saying. What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with it is y'all keep saying AD should be the best player. If you're saying AD should be, you're saying LeBron shouldn't be. I'm just saying.
What's next, Ty?
So you can have two best players?
I think you got a 1 and a 1A.
He is your 1B or whatever you want to call it. He is 23 and 13 and 3 blocks, 53% shooting. I don't get it.
I feel like we're saying the same thing and from a different stance, but I mean, for the sake of TV, like you said, I guess it's just good banter for TV. You know what I mean? I know. Ty,
so we talked about
who you sitting with, Ty? Who you sitting with? You pick a side. Pick a side, Ty.
I think AD at this point in time, AD should be your best player.
Thank you.